PSG take on Manchester City, and why that is relevant to this conversation is that Mauricio Pochettino will be in Manchester. Speaking ahead of the game, it was quite interesting. Just a reminder how things stand going into this PSG-Manchester City tie. PSG, of course, beat Manchester City when they met in France last time out, but since then they've dropped points. City top of Group A. However, not a lot of the press conference was about the game. It was about the fact that Mauricio Pochettino has been heavily linked to a move to Manchester United quite immediately. Pochettino said, I'm not going to talk about... No. I'm not going to discuss any rumours. He then discussed them quite a bit, including saying, I'm not going to make the mistake to talk. In the past, when I was at Espanyol and my dream was to meet Ferguson or that, I can tell now it's going to be misunderstood and out of context.
But I'm meeting them tomorrow night for dinner. Oops!
Oh, Jules, this is brilliant. He has absolutely no one said. Do you remember that time you said about Ferguson when you were at Espanyol? No one mentioned that in the press conference. He brings it up himself.
Wonderful. I thought it was an amazing press conference from start to finish. I think obviously he had prepared it. Some of the answers were great. He did say, I love this club, I love PSG, I played there as a player, blah, blah, blah. I love the city. Okay, great, although you're still at the hotel. You've been there for a year. But also when we said to him, okay, but do you want to go? Do you want to leave? He didn't actually deny it. He said, well, I'm focused on the football and there's always rumours and we're not in the past with him present, but tomorrow we never know. And it's just like, it was just the gift that kept on giving through the whole press conference. The line about Ferguson maybe being the best of them all. He was never going to say either, I want to leave this club and go to Manchester United. Of course not. But we all know what the situation is. And right now, we just wait to see if United contact PSG, if they make that first move, if Pochettino maybe go and see the hierarchy at PSG and said, listen, this is my dream job, I want to go, please let me go, that kind of stuff. At the moment, this is not happening. He's the PSG manager, there's a huge game tomorrow, and he will stay like this until someone moves. But today's press conference, I thought, was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was quite something, Jules, because obviously he had the chance to say, I am the PSG manager, I've got no interest in this job, I want to stay here, I want to win trophies. But he didn't, obviously, and this opens the door now for us to discuss the possibility that he wants to make that move. Is it as simple as, I think you suggested, if PSG gets Zidane, then Zidane will come in and Pochettino will go to Manchester United? Is that where we are?
The contact between the Qatari owners and Zidane is already established. There's no problem. And he's worked for them before. He was one of their World Cup 22 ambassador before they won the votes. So they know each other well. This is not the problem. What PSG is saying is like, okay, maybe United want Pochettino, but they need to contact us. Maybe Pochettino wants to go, no problem. Then he needs to come to us and say what he wants to do. At the moment, they haven't done that. So it's the same for PSG. They keep Pochettino in place. They're focusing on the games to come, working on the transfer window in January, on the transfer window from the summer, the way the club is moving forwards, the women's team, which is a problem in its own, and all of that. But that will change if or when United or Pochettino make that first move. And then they know that Zidane is free. They already have his ear. He's already considering pretty much going to PSG in case Pochettino leaves. We wrote on the website last night that this contact has been established now, that they're talking, no problem. So again, the ball is in United's court and Pochettino's court. If they don't move, nothing will happen. If they think Carrick is the answer, Carrick can finish the season and then we see what happens in the summer. But for something to happen, United have to move first or Pochettino has to move first. PSG are not going to move anywhere.
This United board, it's kind of, I mean, surely this time what they're not going to do is, let a couple of pieces fall into place again. Because Zidane's not going to Man United, is he? Julian has been saying, he's been saying that on the show for a long time. He's got no interest in going to England. He doesn't speak the language and doesn't really want to do it. Everybody thinks people want to go to England. It's not always the case. I think it's, clearly Pochettino, by the rumours coming out of there for months and months now, is finding it a challenge. It's a challenge that I actually think Zidane might be better at in terms of managing some huge egos there. I mean, it's a really difficult job. Not in terms of, I haven't got talented players. This is a classic case of how do I keep everybody happy? How do I get the training right? How do I get the balance right? And maybe he is better off out of it. But surely to God, Man United are not going to sit in the hands and let if there is a changeover at PSG him coming in and Pochettino maybe going somewhere else and sit back and say we're going to wait. They got to start doing something. They got to start putting the pieces in place, Manchester United, because there's not even we can't even have a conversation whether Michael Carrick. I don't care if Michael Carrick wins the next 10 games.
Yeah.
He's not getting the job. It's not happening. Zero, not happening. They have to find somebody. This problem is not going to solve itself. They're going to have to solve it.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.